Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Teacher's Corner. If you're new here, my name is Morgan, and I'm a sixth grade math and science teacher, and I also love all things Disney. And welcome to the fourth episode of Teacher's Corner. And today we are going to be talking about summer break. Woo! So I have a few of my friends here that I'm going to introduce in, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Woo! So first up, who am I going to introduce in? I'm going to bring my friends in, and they're going to tell you guys a little bit about themselves before we go ahead and get started. So, Selma, you're first.
Hi everyone, my name's Salma. I'm from Avery's Adventures. Our channel is based on everything to do with Disney, and I'm so happy to be here.
Yay! We're so happy to have you. I actually have, we are missing one person, but they'll be here later. But this is Selma's first time, right? This is
Yes.
your first time on this. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we also have Jen joining us.
Hi.
Jen, go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, thanks so much for having me on. I'm Jen from The Magic and the Music, and I am a music teacher. I'm a middle school band teacher, and I also do all kinds of Disney stuff and a lot of Disney park stuff, Disney World in particular. And lately, I've been doing a lot of Disney Vacation Club videos. So thank you so much for having me on.
Yay! And I think this is, we will also have Jake from Jake's Disney Afternoon joining us. He is just running a little bit late, so he'll be joining us a little bit later. But you guys know him, you guys love him. He's been on this stream a few times now to tell us all about his lovely teaching experience in New York. Sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. But first off, let's start off with what everyone teaches since the two of you are new. Selma, do you want to go first and tell everyone what you teach and what state?
Yes. So I am in California, North California, and I teach TK, which is transitional kindergarten. It's right before kindergarten. It's the bridge between preschool and kindergarten. So for those students that are not just quite ready to go there, and they get to go with me for a whole year. Then they get to go to kindergarten.
That's awesome. I love that. That's specific to California, right? You
Yes.
said? Okay. And then Jen, where do you teach and like what grade levels kind of do you teach?
I am a band teacher in the state of Washington state, not DC. Everybody thinks that it's Washington DC, especially when I'm on the East Coast. They think it's Washington DC. No, Washington State. I was thinking we have almost all of the corners going when we get our other guest. We've got it surrounded. Anyway, yeah, and I teach middle school band, and I'm in my 18th year, actually going into my 19th year teaching middle school band. And I have actually grades 5 through 8 because I pick up a couple of the elementary schools for fifth grade band, and then I teach 6th through 8th in the middle school. And I love it. It's a great job. It's really tiring, but it's my dream job.
Oh, that's awesome. I have my dream job too. If you guys don't know, I teach sixth grade math and science, hence what I say in the beginning. But I also teach seventh grade. And then this year, I might be teaching eighth grade. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but they told me I might have an eighth grade class or two because of teacher shortages. So we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out. But I wanted to welcome you guys in. We've been doing Teachers Corner for 4 months now, and it's going to be a continuing thing. And we would love to have you guys back on after this if you love the experience and have some fun. We do story time a lot, which people really love. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and subscribe to their channels as well. That's all linked down below in the description. But let's see who we have in the chat here. We have Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Emily. And then Elizabeth says hi to you guys too. But we are here to talk about the summer and what teachers do in the summer and during summer break. So how far are you guys into your summer break? I'm almost done my summer break. I have 1 week left of summer, but how far are you guys?
Ouch.
Well, I start next week, so my summer is
Oh,
basically done. Yeah, well, technically I'm going in just to get my classroom clean, get it ready,
Mhm.
and then next week we start with our PDs and meetings, and then the following week then the students begin.
Wow. When's the first day with students? Like, what's your first day of school?
August 1st.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Wow. When did you get out then?
I built the beginning of June, I would say,
So you had like a month, like, or like 2-ish
like
months?
2-ish months, yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I am so sorry for you.
Yeah, I'm not ready. Well, I'm trying to get myself motivated, get ready.
Yeah. Jen, when do you go back?
well, we're out here in the Northwest. I was gonna say West Coast, but Selma, you're on the West Coast too. So
Mhm.
up here in the Northwest, we move slower than that. We're always later than everything else. Like my friend, so we got out on June 17th was our last day. We had 2 snow days. It was supposed to be June 15th, but um I was going to say, Morgan, that's where this white stuff falls to the ground and it lands and it makes it hard to drive. I know you don't have that in Florida,
I'm from
but
New Jersey.
I
I'm
know you
very
are.
familiar with the concept of snow, but yes.
Anyway, but yeah, we got out June 17th. And so we start back like the first day of school is I think August 31st or something. And so it's one of those times where like when you all get out, I'm jealous. Like I'm envious of all your social media posts and things. But like right now, I'm like, no, this is great. I'm very happy. I don't even have to think about work till August. Don't talk to me about work till August.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I start and teachers start in 2 weeks and then the kids don't start till I think August 10th is our official first day of school. I'd have to check on that because I made a doctor's appointment for that day and I'll have to change that if that's so. I know. I was like that date sounds familiar, but I just made it anyway. But yeah. We got out the day before Labor Day. So we had like or Memorial Day. So we had like a week and then we had all of June and then all of July, thankfully. But I mean there are different things that we'll get into that you can do if you choose to work during the summer, which many teachers do not. But that's actually one of the first questions we're going to do is what do you typically do in the summer? So I've only been teaching for this was only my 3rd year teaching. So
Yay,
I
congratulations.
thank you. It was my first full year in person finally,
Hmm.
and it was magical. But um, so I typically work because I'm at the stage where I don't have kids and I'm like, why not just work and get some money? So I typically work, but what do you guys do? Because I know you guys are both moms. So
Well, I stayed home. I did not do summer school. I decided to not do summer school because I had my baby, my little one.
mhm.
So I decided to be with him for this year. And next year, following, I'll start summer school since he'll be in daycare. We're going to be paying for daycare, so might as well work and go, make some money there. But basically, I just enjoyed my time with my family and went to Disneyland, and that's about it.
Awesome. And then Jen, what did you do?
Well, this summer, it's been weird because by the way, I just want to congratulate you for, getting through those first few years and to do them in a pandemic is just nuts. So anyway,
Thank you.
yay. Um, the first, I don't know, I think 5 years, like they're, that's like a real accomplishment and something really exciting to get through.
Mhm.
And then it gets a lot easier. Even the
Yeah.
first year, it gets a lot easier,
That's what
but
I've been telling people have been telling me once you
it
get through the
does.
year 5, you're like golden. And I'm just
Yeah.
waiting to get there.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like it's kind of changed throughout the years. Like the first probably 10 years of my teaching, I was like really, really focused on taking all the gigs I could get. I was getting my master's degree in the summers. That took up 3 summers.
Mhm.
And then I've done national board and I've renewed national board. So it's been like 12 years of that. So sometimes it's getting some of that stuff out of the way. And then 8 years ago, I had my first child. So now, hi.
Hey, Jake.
Hi, sorry.
It's okay.
You want me to
So-
finish that up? Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I had kids and then I stopped doing a lot of that stuff. So I wasn't taking as many gigs and extra jobs and music camps like I used to teach, at all that kind of stuff before. So then the last, couple years, it's been pandemic summer and it's
Mhm.
just been kind of about like self-care and spending time with my family and not going crazy.
Awesome. Awesome. So hi, Jake. If you would like to
Hi.
tell people who you are, if they don't already know.
I'm Jake from Jake's Disney Afternoon. And I just ran I'm teaching all summer. So,
Oh,
hooray, I've been out. I'm on my 12th hour. So I ran home and here we are.
yay! I'm glad you
Hi,
made it.
everybody.
I'm glad you made it. So we already asked everyone, like, when do you go back to school? Like, when's your first day of school?
The teachers have to go back the last week of August, like the 6th or 8th or something.
Okay.
And there we do a whole week, and then the kids come back day after Labor Day.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it seems like you and Jen are really similar. Selma starts next week.
No, you stop that. That is horrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. My jaw dropped. I thought I started early. Like I thought.
Well, Selma, when do you get out?
Our next vacation will be fall break, and it's the beginning of October.
No, but like when does the year end? Like, do you get out way earlier since you're starting way earlier than most schools? Like
the beginning of June. I know
Yeah.
It was after Labor Day. We had that week, and then that was it.
Yeah. My school is so dumb and I hate it. So like I'm literally so angry about it and I hope it changes if we don't get like hurricane days. But we go back the Tuesday after Memorial Day and that's the last day of school.
Oh.
You got out early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
also weird. Does anyone
May
show up?
31st. I probably not. Probably I would assume not. But like I was like, really? That's the last day of school? Like, can you just make it the Friday before, please? Like, let's just push it. But because that's what it was this past year. So, but whatever. Hopefully it changes because that just is so annoying to me. I hate it when they do that. When they'll do like breaks or anything. One time I had a Thanksgiving break where we had to go Monday and then Thanksgiving break started on Tuesday. And I was like, what's the point of this Monday? What is the point of Monday? But it's whatever. So if you don't work, did you ever in the past to make extra money? And what are some of the things that you guys did in the summer to make extra money? Like, what are some of the different jobs? So for example, I did summer school this year, but this is my first year I've ever done summer school. Normally I worked as a camp counselor over the summer to make money and then as a waitress as well. So did anyone else like do something that wasn't education related in the summer? No.
Should we keep going the same order?
Yeah. Go. Well, let's go Jake first.
Okay.
I don't think, in my like early college days, I did do the camp counselor thing in the summers from a camp I had grown up with and then sort of phased out. But yeah, I don't think I've done since like college, basically a non-teaching job in the summer.
So
either teaching or I refuse.
Okay. Do you teach like regular summer school or is it like your own? Like,
no, I do. Well, this is the second summer I've worked in the summer, and I'm doing like theater camp. So it is kind of camp, but it's educational in that it's in my field of work, not something extra.
Yeah.
So
But does your school put it on, or is it like through your through
No,
like
my
account?
school does a whole summer program that I'm not ever doing. This is another job I have that I'm the program director for a theater company, a children's
Mhm.
theater company in Connecticut, and we run seasons all year round. So it's sort of separate, but it's in the same educational vein.
Yeah. Okay, that's fun. Okay, go ahead, Jen.
Oh, so like I said, I haven't been working this summer, in recent summers, but
Yeah.
I used to teach like at, music camps and
Okay.
all that kind of stuff. And I always have taught private flute lessons. I have my degree in flute performance, and one of my bachelor's is in flute performance. So I've taught private flute lessons since I was 16, and I still do that today. And then of course I have the YouTube channel, which that's kind of like, a
I feel like
part-time
it's the second
job.
job time.
It is. No, it
Yeah.
is. I mean, it's actually it's legitimately a second job for me. And then I also have an Etsy shop that I started this year, and that's been really fun. I've been looking forward all year to getting to have some time to actually work on designs, and actually I'm wearing one. This is one of my shirts from my Etsy shop. Practice makes progress. So I have a lot.
Yay.
I have a lot of some that are like kind of Disney parks inspired. They're not Disney, obviously, but
Yeah.
um, and then a lot are actually more about music education or music. So yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome. And then Selma, do you do like before you had baby?
Um, when I was younger, I used to do the summer camps,
Okay.
but that's about it.
Yeah.
hmm
That's okay. Yeah, I thought it was a long shot because I've heard of some people doing like some really like I had teachers growing up that did lawn maintenance for amusement parks over the summer and did like lawn care and stuff like that. It was like always the male teachers that did like so, and then one guy was like a bellhop. Like one of my I think it was like my history teacher was a bellhop growing up, and I was like, what? Like that sounds really cool to do over the summer. So I wasn't sure like how some people do things over the summer or what is like available because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like lately it's been harder to look for jobs over the summer that it was like in previous years. I don't know if you guys have found that or not. If you're not like if you're looking for stuff outside of teaching, but I feel like it's been really hard with the pandemic one, and then I feel like a lot of jobs want you to be there the entire summer, so June to August. And when you have to say, no, I can't be here all of August, they're like, oh, no, we can't use you. Sorry. Or they'll want you to continue into the like September while you're teaching. And it's just like, no, I don't really want to do that. So,
My grandparents were both teachers, and my grandfather had like
mhm.
an awesome summer job. He would teach traffic safety in the summer. I mean, we're talking like the 1970s, 60s or 70s or something.
Yeah.
And he always had like great stories of his summer job teaching all the high schoolers to drive. So no, I don't do anything like that, but I know that's what he did.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. I would love that. Or like to teach
It's
crossing guards
scary.
how to like be a crossing. I've always wondered that. Like, do the crossing guards have to go to like a training to how to be a crossing guard? Like, or do they just
There's
are they
probably
show
protocol
up?
that they have to know and follow.
Yeah, yeah. Because
I have a lot of
I'm like,
colleagues who've done summer work, like either like house painting or lawn care. Like I've known a lot of colleagues who've done a lot of sort of like outdoor physically,
mm-hmm,
you know, fields that always have needed like temp help that are always in like
yeah.
cyclical need of that. It's definitely a thing.
Yeah, I've seen a few different things too. I know some people on my Instagram when I put up Instagram like questions a few weeks ago on my Instagram about teachers and what kind of summer jobs they have, and someone said that they run a party company and are friends with Belle and Cinderella at their party company.
Wow.
Which if you know what that means, then you know. But they're like, yeah, I visit Cinderella and Belle on a weekly basis at my party company. And I thought that was a really strange but interesting one. And then she taught third grade, she said, and that she actually had a gig at her student's house.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was interesting for her. I didn't press her for more information, but I would have liked to know how that turned out. Just for my own knowledge. But so let's move on to the next question. Are you going on any vacations this summer? So summer's a big time when teachers love to go on vacation. So is anyone going on any big vacations, or did you go on any big vacations? Like, what do you guys have coming up? Let's go Jen first.
Okay, well, I just got back from Disney World. Surprise, surprise, because we always go there. This year we got Disneyland in late January, and then we did a week at Disney World at spring break, and then we did a week at Disney World last week. We got back on Sunday, actually Saturday, and and this is like, I haven't told people this yet, but you're getting the breaking news.
The inside.
I have COVID.
Oh.
I got COVID at Disney World.
No.
So, yeah, that was the souvenir I was not hoping for. So I'm actually recovering right now, and my husband too. And like basically most of our party got sick. And so, yeah. Anyway, I feel good now. I feel completely fine, but like I felt pretty crummy on Sunday. And so, try not to get it if you can avoid it.
Did you like get it while you were in Disney, or like after?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Because we came home, arrived home late at night on Saturday night, and then we woke up Sunday morning and we were like, we don't feel very good. And my husband's like, we gotta take a COVID test. And we had been there a week. So yeah, I mean, we definitely got it there.
You didn't feel crummy while you were there.
No, we didn't really feel sick until, I mean, we just started to have the very slightest inkling of like, oh, I'm a little tired, like heading to the airport,
Yeah. Oh,
we didn't really think we were sick. Yeah.
But
at least we got to take our trip, it was still good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry that you caught it.
We went all this time. We had not gotten it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Sorry.
A bummer, yeah.
Selma, do you have any trips planned?
We just came back from Disneyland. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is that like a trip for you? Like, I don't know how close you live to Disneyland.
I live in North California, so it's about 6 to 7 hour drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those are my trips.
Yeah.
Well, right now we have the Magic Key, so we're trying to get the best of it. So whenever we have a chance to go, we try to go.
Gotcha. And then Jake, do you have any trips planned or anything?
No. I don't get done with my theater camps till like the first week of August.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm looking forward to actually just doing nothing for those few weeks before school starts. Yeah, I mean, I may go see my parents, which is a few hours upstate, but that's it. Sleeping is my vacation. That's
I love a good sleeping vacation. That's been I taught summer school all of June. And so July has been I deemed July my travel month. So I went to Boston for a week, and I got gastritis my last day in Boston. So I kind of similar, Jen, except not COVID at all, and not catchable at all. Just really bad stomach problems.
Oh no.
And then I'm going to New Jersey on Friday for like a long weekend. So I'm super, and then obviously I go to Disney like every day. So I mean, yeah, I know. It's like if you can count that as a vacation, I guess I've been
totally count.
I mean, hey. I actually just went to Food and Wine 3 days ago, which, by the way, if you ever go, for all the you people out there, if you ever go with gastritis to Food and Wine, don't waste your money. There's nothing you can eat there. Because if you guys don't know what gastritis is, it's basically like it's kind of like a stomach infection kind of thing. But basically you have to be on a bland diet, meaning like basically the most bland food, no seasoning at all except for like salt and not even pepper, just salt. You can have salt. That's like it as seasoning on everything. So everything at Food and Wine, and then I'm also lactose intolerant. So everything at Food and Wine I cannot have.
Bland food, you just have to go to the England Pavilion. That's it.
Well, yeah, we
You're
went
good to
on
go.
England, and that was all but I got the bangers and mash, but I couldn't eat the
See?
bangers because they were spicy. So I just sat there and ate the mashed potatoes. And I ate like a chocolate cake. They had like a chocolate cake that was really good, and I ate that. But we're gonna.
Well, it had just started when we went, so we got to experience right at the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah, I went for that first day with gastritis, and I walked all the way around the world, and I was like, oh, this sucks. I want so much food, but I can't eat any of it.
Well, when you go back, have you tried the paella yet?
No, I'm not. I wasn't allowed to have rice because of gastritis.
It's at the Spain one. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. But I will be. I'm at the end of this week. I'm done with my treatment for it, so I'll be good to go after that. And I'm looking forward to having all the foods and doing my vlog finally, because my sister was eating all the food for me. So we tried to go to America and have like it was like a roast beef sandwich, and it didn't say it was like hot. It just said hot beef sandwich. So we were like, oh, it's because it's like roast beef. It's just warm. No,
yeah.
it was so spicy. I wanted to cry. And I was like, oh, this is not good for me. This is not good for me. But yeah, that's Food and Wine though. But separate subject. But I know doesn't Disneyland have Food and Wine too? Do
Yeah.
they have it currently?
No,
Oh.
I think during the fall is when they have it.
Oh, okay. So like roughly
Yeah.
the same time. Ours is just
We
longer.
were there in late January into February, and they were doing the booths for Lunar New Year too.
Yeah, the
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, I think like Epcot, they'll take like any reason they can have them all probably
Okay.
running.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Epcot
like
this year
perma
had booths.
festival.
Yeah,
constant
Epcot this
festival.
year, it was like really hard to go when they didn't have a festival. I
Right,
think
exactly.
There was like 5 days out of the year that they didn't have a festival going on, Epcot this year. But yeah. Anyway, that's totally off topic, but I just had to say that. So when do you guys? So I know this is very unpleasant, but when do we start talking about going back to school? Like when in your summer are you like, okay, I'm ready to see the back to school commercial. I'm ready to go back to school shopping. Like when do we do that?
I got flagged on Facebook the other day because my friend posted a Target or a Walmart picture, and it was like they had put out like the notebooks and things. She's a teacher also, and she was like, we just went on break. Why are they doing this? And I said, burn it down, and Facebook flagged me.
Oh no.
I start thinking about it the day before I go back, and not a second sooner.
Oh my god.
Well, I absolutely, I mean, I'm thinking about it, but I refuse to do any work associated with anything
Okay.
other than a thought.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Jen?
Well, I've been really successful at not thinking about it. Thanks a lot. You made me start thinking about it.
100%.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Usually July, I try to kind of focus on my family or whatever. whatever else I have going on. And then basically August hits and then it starts kind of, creeping in all over the place. And then once we kind of get rolling, then I kind of just get completely absorbed in it. But in thinking about this today, I actually ordered my teacher planner because I have a specific one I really, really like. And I was like, oh, well, thank you, Morgan. I'm going to order this now so that it like won't run out because we start so much later than everyone else. We run out of things. So thank you for that.
Yeah. And I feel like the deals for stuff is so early this year. Like they started in like July 1st with a lot of deals and putting stuff out. Like Target, I think this was the earliest they put all their back to school supplies out. I mean, I've only lived here for this year, but like I've never seen them out before the 4th of July. Normally that whole back section is still summer by the 4th of July. So, and they took it all away and were putting out index cards and folders and all of it by the 4th of July. I just went back there and I was like, well, before we go on sale, because you know how that sale works, just uptick it all and it's not actually on sale. I was like, let me get this, let me get this, let me get this. And I just got a bunch of stuff. But Selma, when do you start thinking about it? Because you're going back next week, so. Did you freeze?
No.
Selma, no.
Sorry. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Like, there we go. So I usually start thinking about 2 to 3 weeks before I start because I like to look at Instagram to get ideas. I teach the little ones, so I like to look at crafts and ideas. Maybe I'm going to do something new for this year to add. But I usually start heading to my classroom the week before. Like this week, I started heading there and started reorganizing, getting stuff ready in the classroom. But it's always in the back of my head trying to get new ideas and rearrange the classroom.
Yeah. That's what I did. I did today. I literally, or 2 days ago, I drew out my entire classroom and was like, I hope this would fit like that. And I was like trying to play with it in my head, just hoping that things will fit that way. And who knows if they actually will, but I mean, I don't know. Just trying to reorganize it in my head can be tough sometimes, I think. So when do you guys I know Jen said that she bought her planner, but like when do you first start buying back to school supplies?
Oh, like me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a band director. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. So, I don't go, I do buy like hundreds of pencils, but because everyone needs a pencil during rehearsal, as Jake, I'm sure knows. But, I don't have to go buy like a bunch of notebooks and it's just different for me.
Yeah.
So, I'm not buying like crayons and, colored pencils and notebooks like you guys are. So it's a little different.
I do start perusing because planning, as you know, a concert is such a skill that I am constantly like looking at rep and kind of whittling things down and trying to tune into what either might be popular in terms of like whatever hit single is from some movie that's out, coupled with all the other things. So I do start kind of planning, like macro planning, sort of like, because concerts are 6 months out or 5 months out. So I do have to start thinking about like large concepts, and those, they're not supplies, but I sort of consider like that my gathering stage of fundamental things, it's a different track a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You keep a running list of like literature that you're thinking you want to buy this year?
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, I do. And then, I think I try to produce, because I do choral music, more themed concerts so that everything doesn't, I hate the parade of random, that it's like, and now this, and so we really try to structure it, very either thematically or at least intentionally. So like that's always a process of like pulling things together and deciding you hate those concepts and then pulling new things together and looking at so it's a lot of long-term planning, and then also trying to figure out because with performing groups, the dynamic of the ensemble changes every year. So it's not like getting a classroom of, elementary kids or math students where like they're all going to do it regardless. We have to sort of tailor to what kind of the group we have. It's a whole, if you don't do your job up front, the rest of the semester is bad. If we do our jobs up front, a lot of it's almost easy sailing until the end, because there's no middle work or very little middle work.
Yeah.
But our units are not always the same. Like we can't just recycle the same thing
Right.
year after year after year. We
Yeah,
have to mix it up.
you
So that's
restart.
always challenging.
Oh yeah. Oof. I don't envy that. I don't envy that at all.
But we don't have any grading, so
Well, lucky
just
you.
saying.
Do you have grading? Selma, you have grading, right? Or no?
Grading, no, but I do a lot of assessments to see the students'
cool.
progress.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I definitely have grading.
Do you?
Oh gosh, yes. Yes. And we have state assessments we give and everything.
Oh,
For music?
Yeah.
Wow.
dang.
Not me.
I know our school does. They go to like they go and like perform for the state, and they're like graded based on how they perform there. I'm not sure how that works, but I know that's what they did last year, and that was like part of their like what they worked up to all year long, and then they went and they got graded. And like one of my students was like telling me, he's like, no, you don't play with everyone. Like you have to go and play by yourself, and then you play with everyone. And I was like, oh, that sounds so frightening. That just sounds so frightening. I would never do that. But kudos to you guys, because I know that's not easy. So.
Yeah, and every state's different. Some
Yeah.
states have like playoff type things, and some of them have festivals and assessments and adjudications and large group and small group, and they're all part of our national standards though. So we're supposed to do all those things.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Interesting. So Selma, when do you start buying like some of your first supplies? Because I mean, let's be real, like your school's not going to give you everything. So what's like?
No, they do get all the supplies for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the pencils, the crayons, glue, like all the essentials that we need for our classrooms. The school provides it for me. I just give them a list at the end of the school year, so then we can have it by the beginning of the school year. And then we have a budget of like spending money for our classroom, and we just go online and then just order everything, kind of like an Amazon website that then we get it shipped in our school.
Oh.
I used to buy a lot of like decorations for the classroom, like the little cubbies or little bears or different seating arrangements for the students. But since I've been teaching for a while now, I don't need to really purchase those things no more.
Yeah.
Selma, are you in private school or public school?
Public school.
Public, okay.
Oh yeah, Jake. She teaches like the what is it called? What did you call it again?
I teach TK, so it's transitional kindergarten. So it's basically the bridge between preschool and kindergarten for those students that their birthdays is from September to November, which this year is to February. So it's changing up this upcoming years. A lot of different changes. So let's see how that will work. And like I stated, if I enjoy it still, then I'll stay on. If not, then I'll go back to second grade, because that's another grade that I really, really enjoyed, second graders.
Gotcha. Why did you stop teaching second grade? Like, did you just like want to try something new, or?
Well, I taught kinder first and then second grade, and I really enjoyed it, but that position wasn't I wasn't allowed to stay there, because it was like the teacher that was there was working for the union, so they told me I cannot stay there.
Oh,
that spot. So I had to try kind of look around what else was available in my district. So I applied for TK and I got it. So I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Emily says that her son was born in November, so she gets what you mean. he's like always on that bridge, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I started looking at stuff to buy for my room because I feel like I bought a lot this year that I didn't, and well, a lot of my stuff broke from my move, and I was just kind of getting by last year with it. Like I had like a 10 tier rolling cart that I used all the time, and that like I had 2 wheels broken off by the end of last year. Half the bins were broken. So I bought stuff like that, and then we do have stuff that is provided, but we don't get a lot of stuff. I guess because we're at the middle school level, so like I get like a box of pencils to last me the entire year, and it's like a box of like 40 pencils.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not like, and we get money too to spend, but we don't get the money till September. Because they don't want us using it on decorations and stuff, so they want us using it on the kids. So we don't have access to that money until starting in September, and then all the way to May. And I end up buying like experiment supplies with it. Like I bought 3 things of borax, 10 gallons of glue last year, and some paper plates, I think, with it, because we don't get a lot of it. It's like $300 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, my district personally, and I don't know how your guys' schools work either, but mine is a Title I school, so we don't have a lot of money for like extra things like folders and notebooks and stuff like that. So
that's interesting because over here for district for Title I schools, they get more like funds than schools that are not Title I schools.
Yeah, I mean, they'll give me like staples and stuff, and I'm like, but staples aren't gonna help me. Like, I'm not hand stapling everything that I give out. So I don't know why you gave me like 10 boxes of staples and some tape. Like, that stuff doesn't really help, but they do give us like a little bit. And then we have extra money mainly for programs though. Like they like run tutoring, or we'll do like breakfast, things like that to give to the students, not supplies, not teaching. No, not supplies. Which is unfortunate for me in my case. But yeah. How do your school well, I guess you guys don't, Jake and Jen, you guys don't need too much, right?
I mean, I work in a private school that's very expensive, so having access to supplies is never an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the, rich schools have their own problems, but having access to supplies is not one of them. So we pretty much, get whatever we want or need, no questions asked. So,
gotcha.
So we're kind of lucky that way.
Okay.
Well, and for band, it's different. Like, I don't need to buy 200 spiral notebooks or something, but I need a $7,000 tuba, or I need a $1,500 timpani, or, I need $5,000 worth of repairs on instruments. Yeah. So the money, it goes in different places,
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're aware, the music programs provide really important services to the school community. It provides children with the opportunity to provide service to their school community, and for the districts, it also is kind of a public relations wing. So we feel very valued. Like I feel valued for sure. But it's a lot of money to run those, especially instrumental programs.
Yeah. Yep. I want to be clear. I'm not buying 200 notebooks like that. That's a no.
Well, that's how many students we have.
Right.
I buy
in music,
I buy I think I end up buying a third, not even a third, maybe a quarter of the, if I'm expected to have 100 students, I'll buy 20 notebooks for the year for those kids that can't get a notebook. If you have the funds yourself with your family to buy a notebook, I'm expecting you to buy your own notebook. I'm not going to provide you with a notebook unless push comes to shove and you don't have a notebook because you can't afford it. then I'll just give you one. But yeah, I'm not buying like 200 notebooks here. Like that would be breaking my bank account. I buy like a lot of what I bought this year, which I'm gonna do a whole haul on my channel about it. I'm starting to do I have like a random corner in my room. Like it's like literally a really big nook, and I didn't know what to do with it last year, so I just kind of left it over there. And I want to do like a flexible seating work area with it this year. So I've been buying a lot of like flexible seating stuff to go there, and then I'm gonna see how that turns out this year.
Look, the important thing is you don't have to change rooms, right?
No.
Okay,
all
so
my
that's
stuff's still
the
in
thing
there.
is if you have to
Yeah.
change rooms, that would be miserable. We don't usually
Yeah.
because we usually are in a purpose-built room, but
Yeah.
I know for regular core teachers that can happen a lot.
Oh no. I told them I would quit if they moved because I didn't want to move rooms. So no, I'm staying in that room, and then because some rooms are really nasty. Like my first year teaching, I came into a room and it was a science room. It had all cabinets, and for 2 years, this is at my old school, I never went in the bottom row of cabinets because I was so petrified to find what would be hiding under there, whether it be rats or whether it was like, because there was this, I remember distinctly looking at it. It was a whole box of torn open silverware, like plastic silverware. Looked like animals had been in there. I didn't touch it. I just closed the doors and I left it for 2 years because I was like, I didn't do that. I'm not cleaning it. I'm not getting bit by a mouse or whatever else may be living in there. I'm not doing it. So I never went in the bottom cabinets of my classroom. I cleaned all the top ones. All the top ones were fine, and all the drawers were fine. It was those, and then my actual teacher classroom, like closet, I never used either because I was afraid of what was living in there. So I just kept it closed and used everything else.
So the previous teacher never cleaned the classroom before they left?
No, they had like a revolving door of teachers the year before me in that room. So it was like a long-term sub at the end of the year, and then before that it was like an English teacher, and then before that it was like a math teacher. It hadn't been used for science in a really long time. Like I didn't even have a working sink. I had to get them to make me a working sink because you can't do science in there without a working sink. So it was interesting. That room was an interesting room. But by the second year, and then COVID happened, and so I was just like, whatever, who cares? And I just left everything. And then when I went back, I just packed everything up into boxes and cleaned it as best as I could. But still, those bottom cabinets, didn't touch them. Next teacher's problem, not my problem. But then this year, this room I have I just had a lot of trash in it, like a lot of left papers and things like that from the previous teacher. I had like whole 4 years of different unit tests in a drawer that I found that I had to throw out. She had retired, so she just left all of her stuff there. I guess she didn't want it, so I got it and then had to figure out what to do with it because I didn't want it. So, and we taught 2 different things, so it didn't even help me. It was like a bunch of ELA posters, and I was like, I don't need this. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent now. So, our last question: what are your top 5, to-dos when you go back to school? Whoever wants to start. If you need a minute, I'll give you a minute to think about it. Whoever wants to start, though. I'll go. I'll start us off. So my top 5 like items that I had, or like to-dos that I do is, first I set up my classroom to make sure I have enough room for my students, my Chileans. I set up my room how I want it. Then I make sure everything is hanging on the walls and not falling off. That's my second to do. Normally it takes me about 4 days to hang everything and then rehang everything and then rehang everything, rehang everything with lots and lots of tape, especially in Florida because it all just melts right off the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll come in the next day, like I'll leave, everything's perfect, and then I'll come in the next day and it's all on the floor, and I'm like, oh, not again, not again. And then my third thing is I like to get the first 2 weeks prepped, printed, and done. Figure out what I'm doing and print them out and do them. And then I like to get my back to school, because we have an open house. So like before school even starts, we have basically open house or back to school night at my school. So I like to get that all done and ready. And then fifth is I look at my roster and I try to pronounce their names and make sure I have a comprehensible pronunciation. And I ask people if I don't know how to pronounce someone's name. So yeah, that's my.
So Morgan, that's actually a good thing you brought up. I'm glad you reminded me of that. So I have the pleasure, probably like Jake, where I get to teach the same kids many times, multiple years. And that really helps. And so one of the things, that I like to do mainly with like my fifth graders, because I have a lot less contact time with the fifth graders than I do with the middle school kids. I see them every day, but the fifth graders only see 30 minutes twice a week. And sometimes if that. And so I actually do like to go back to my class rosters and look at like the old pictures from last year and just like refresh my memory and be like, okay, yeah, that's who this is. And sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I didn't realize that was so-and-so's little brother. And oh, that's that same parent. Okay. I need, and like just kind of, connecting all the threads between the people. There's that. And I guess for me, it's following up. There are always things find that get turned in, uniforms and instruments and mouthpieces and sheet music that gets turned in the summer. And then I have to go process all that. And that's not very exciting, but it's reality. And then like loads and loads of instruments, come in from the repair shop and I have to go process them and put everything away and oil the valves and do all the things. I never, when I became a band director, realized it would be so much being a mechanic.
Yeah.
But it is.
Yeah.
I started out as a band teacher, so I feel your sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So Jake and Selma, what are your guys' top 5 things that you do? Like when you first get the keys back, like what are the first 5 things you do?
Oh, they make you turn in your keys.
Oh,
yeah, I was like, oh.
Go whenever I want. At least at my school,
no way. They can't have my keys.
You weren't allowed to leave on the last day if you didn't get that sign saying you turned your keys in.
Band directors, we don't turn in our keys.
No.
Probably hardly any music teachers do.
Actually, here's a little plug. If you want to come move to Florida, we have a whole new band department or music department that we need filled. So
don't tempt me.
I'm tempting you, Jake. I'm tempting you.
Seriously.
We have band and chorus and regular music open. So
openings and all those?
Openings.
It's tempting.
Our entire music department got scrubbed with retirements and then people not coming back.
All right, send me the name of your school. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'm in that place where I'm very tempted.
Okay, I will. I'll send it to you and I'll let you know because I'm sure they would jump on it. They would jump on you right away.
It's a scary thought, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Selma. What are your top 5 things you do?
Let's see. I organize my classroom. I look at my students' class list. I contact parents. So I use a Class Dojo app, and I make sure that the parents know about it and sign up because that's how I do communications, like send flyers. If I have questions, if they have questions, I think that's important to have. organize. I organize a lot, and like you said, have 2 weeks of planned lessons or just the kind of what I'm going to be doing. I mean, if it doesn't go the same way, I push it on and keep on going.
Yeah.
And just have prep, especially because the little ones, I have a lot of things I need to cut for them and have it ready for them, especially if they're crafts. And they're coming in little. They are just learning how to use a pencil, use the scissors. So it's just more prepping, less grading. So there you go.
Thelma, are you able to you have an older kid, right?
Me? Yes.
Yeah. Are you able to get your older kid to help with some of that?
With the prepping?
Yeah.
Well, she goes to a different school. So,
but I mean, can she help you like in the summer? Or I mean, like my kids are almost 7 and then 8, and they're just getting to the point where they're starting to kind of learn how to sort music, and they can like help me with the die cut machine or something. And it's like, yeah, okay, this is getting good. You can really do stuff now.
In my classroom, and she's cleaning the cubby, she's organizing the crayons. Like, yeah, she does help.
So that's nice. Yeah.
So she's there working. I'm like, okay, good job. You get.
I feel like she would be one of those kids that would love to cut lamination. That would just loves to cut lamination, like cut things out of lamination. Like,
oh, she does. Yeah, I make her everything I laminate. She's the one that cuts it. It makes it easier. Yeah, like you guys say. You know?
Yeah, I remember my first year when I would do like rotations and I wanted to laminate them all because I didn't want them to get messy. I would cut them all, and it would take me so long to cut them all. And I was just like, why can't I have like a little child here just to cut it all? Like, I just need someone to cut it. I don't want to cut it.
Well, that's why you have TAs. Do you have TAs, Morgan?
I don't. Not in my room. Like, they are all
highly recommend.
Yeah.
Pro tip: get a TA.
Yeah, they are so I teach, even though I teach math and science, I teach a specialized program. So in that specialized program, they waive any of their like rights to have like any like assistants or anything in the room because it's an acceleration program. So they waive those rights. So I don't get the TA, but like a regular 6th grade.
Oh, I don't mean like an adult. I mean like a kid.
Oh.
Do they not have that?
Child labor is the best labor.
Yeah, like a student TA, you know?
No.
I was a TA.
They don't.
That's the thing. They can take that as an elective. And so then I could get like a kid to come back for another period of band later.
Oh, like a work
help.
study?
Well, it's a class, yeah.
Oh.
They do it in the library. They do it in the front office. Yeah, kids like to do it.
What? No, we don't have that. I would love that.
Great.
Yeah, I did it for my junior year and senior year.
Yeah,
and it was
I
like
did it in high
periods.
school. Yeah, I did it in high school, but I never did it in like middle school. But I did start doing that towards the end of the year. I'd be like, hey, can you like pass these out, or can you like sort these alphabetically for me? And I would just pass them off and be like, yeah, do it.
Seriously. Yeah. They're like, yeah, I mean, but that's like a real tip though. Like they want to help you. So if you got that kid that loves office supplies, like give them something to do. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
they want to help you
this year because we don't have free reign of the laminator at my new school because apparently people break it a lot. When we give them
Is this
free
about
reign.
like lamination domination or something?
Like so the librarian, we have to give all of our lamination to the librarian, and she laminates it for us and then gives it back to us, which I'm like thankful because I hate laminating. I think it's the most stressful thing to put it through the laminator just to watch it get crinkled. Like I hate.
I think it's the most relaxing thing. I like looking at it and going slowly.
I hate it because I always mess something up. Like something always gets like, you know, when you put it through the laminator and it doesn't go through right, and then it's like all crinkled and mashed. Oh, I hate that. So yeah. So apparently that stuff happened a lot before I got there. So now she does all the laminating, so we don't waste lamination.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Yes, it's literally the epitome of why we can't have nice things. And then we only have one copier too, because people broke the other 3 that used to be in the building.
Wow.
So we have one copier. So that's why I'm like, I need 2 weeks 2 weeks done in case that copier breaks.
How many
Yeah.
teachers are there at your school? Is it a small
There's
school?
no, there's about 100 some odd teachers.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're 1-to-1, so we don't have to print that much, except in the beginning of the school year, because all the 6th graders won't have devices. So until like September, October. So a lot of printing for me until I get all of that. But Jake, what do you do? What are your things?
My big things are, so I don't have to, like, my classroom. Oh, the cat's on his way in. My classroom stays the same. Nobody uses it all summer, so I don't really have a lot of room prep. I do try to get some of my music repertoire picked, at least some things I can start with for my kids and get them organized. We have like a binder system. Each kid gets a binder and the rep goes in there. So I have to like collate all of those and assign the kids numbers. We have a whole system. So that takes a little bit of tedious time. And then the other part, I administrate the private music lesson program at the school. So I've got like a cohort of 15-ish teachers under me teaching all the things. So there's a lot of just admin work setting up all the systems for the year so that, you know, and processing contracts and things. So a lot of it's just organizational things for me so that I can, you know, if you do the job right, most of music is then just showing up and being present in the moment. But it's a lot of prep work on the front end to get you pushing down the road.
I mean, isn't that most teaching? As long as the kid shows up and does what you tell them to, shouldn't it go pretty well?
I guess, but I don't have to have anything else. Like we're working on, you know, if we're working on 3 or 4 songs and I've picked them, that's all the material I'm working with for the next 3 or 4 months or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have new handouts. I don't have new topics I have to introduce. We're just constantly, it's a more long-term thing, but it's a lot of prep work on the front end to get it in place. So
yeah. Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
All right.
I'm pretty lazy. I can't help it. I've been teaching a very long time, so like I feel like I've put in 20 years of prep time. So
I feel, Jake, I feel you. I haven't been teaching that long, but
yeah, I was gonna say you're barely 20 years old. You stop it right now.
I'm on the latter half of 20. Thank you very much. I'm on the older
Same
half
girl,
there.
same.
All right, so that was all the questions I had for today. Do you guys have any final thoughts on summer and teaching and how much you guys love summer?
Well, we do.
I enjoy my summer.
Yes.
Well, I think I think that we should all be, I mean, all teachers, anyone who ends up watching this, who's a teacher, like should just be really proud of themselves to still be here. This has been an exceptionally, you know, like I said earlier, I'm going into year 19, and this has been an exceptionally difficult patch for all of us for a lot of different reasons and some similar reasons. And I think we should all feel free to celebrate and feel free to have some fun, give ourselves a pat on the back for having survived this like epically bizarre time. And obviously as teaching music ensembles, it was ridiculous and next to impossible. So, you know, the fact that we came out on the other end, and I think if we could go back to ourselves 2 years ago, like, you know, think, you know, don't you wish you could go back 2 years and say, hey, you know, it's rough, but like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You're going to make it. And so I think you all just deserve a big hug. So big hug.
Hug. Thank you.
Yeah, hugs, air hugs.
Thank you. That was so nice, Jen. So nice.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any closing thoughts on summer and teaching and teachers of the summer? My biggest advice to like people that are about to start teaching or are like have just taught their first year, like don't stress too much over the summer. Try not to think about it because summer is like your time to relax, and if you don't relax, you're gonna really hate it when you go back. That's what I found after my first year, because I went from teaching to summer camp, and summer camp was really stressful because I was basically teaching, and it was also not the grade that I taught. I did summer camp for like kids going into 1st through 2nd grade, and that was like a completely different experience. And I did summer camp all the way up until like the very last possible day I could before I went back to school, and it was not a great decision because I didn't get a lot of time away from kids. But so that would be my biggest thing is give yourself a break from children. Not your own children, maybe your own children.
If only.
But from children that you have to teach. That I even now, even like I'm like going to like movies and stuff, and I will purposely avoid when I know the most children are going to be there, because I'm like, I don't want to run into anybody. But yeah. So that was my biggest advice. Anyone else have any closing thoughts before I announce the winners of my giveaway?
Winners.
Okay. So if you guys, if you entered in my giveaway and you are watching this and you've watched this far, congratulations. But I'm going to announce the winners to my giveaway. You have 24 hours to message me on my Instagram, which is linked down below, with your address for what you to receive your prize, so I can send it out to you. So I have all the names right here. It's on a little spitter on my phone, and I'm gonna click it, and we're gonna see who wins. This is for the first prize. So there's 2 prizes. Oh, April from Thrifty Nerdy Mom. I don't think she's in the chat today, but she won. Yay. Okay, remove your name. All right, and then we have one more box. So remember, there were 2 box options. You can go back to the video if you win and to figure out which one you want. Selma, I know you're on here. You were right under her. All right. Woo. Sam K! Yay, Sam K! So if by any chance none of them messaged me or one of them doesn't message me, I will redraw in 24 hours. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'll post a new winner if someone doesn't message me by then. So stay tuned on my Instagram. Make sure you're following me on my Instagram, because for the winners and also for other content that I post there that I don't post on my YouTube page. But we are going to go ahead and close this out. So you guys, I'm going to put you big. Tell everyone what you have going on, where they can find you, where they can follow you, and all the great things before we go. So let's do Selma. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so in our YouTube channel, we're doing a lot of unboxings, pin tradings, and we actually have a giveaway going on right now. So I'm going to be giving a rose gold lunch fly. So make sure you check that giveaway.
Awesome.
Link below, but sorry, it's not my channel.
It's okay. It's okay. Her channel's linked below. Go ahead and follow her. Bye, Selma.
Bye.
Jen.
Hey. So, like I said, we recently got back from another trip to Disney World. So we have all the usual things. Trip vlogs, all kinds of reviews. We do dining reviews. We do tons of Disney Vacation Club stuff, and just, lots of fun stuff. And come on over, check it out. And also, if you are a music educator at all, I do have some stuff, particularly from the pandemic time. I have a lot of resources that you might find kind of helpful on the channel as well. And the channel is The Magic in the Music on YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen. We'll see you later. Bye. And Jake.
Hey everybody. So I'm Jake. Jake's Disney Afternoon is the channel and the Instagram. Let's see, I've got coming up Year of the Ears on Friday, and then next week is Thriftsmiths in July swap that is going to be really fun. I have a giveaway going on also in my latest video, Think Pink, celebrating Pink Warriors in collaboration with pin seller Marcy Mouse. So definitely go check that out. I do lots of pin vintage content on my channel. But, as I like to say, if it's Disney, we're doing it. So definitely come check it out. So thanks, Morgan.
Thanks, Jake. Bye. And if you're new here, I am Morgan. You're on my channel right now. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Just go ahead and hit it. And as we were talking about before, I do also have a link down below that I didn't really say. But I do have to fund a lot of my own classroom. So I have my Amazon wish list down below if you would like to go ahead and donate something off of that. Also, I have a list of other things like snacks, period supplies, and first aid supplies. If you would like to donate any of those items, you can contact me via my Instagram, which is also linked down below, for how to help me with that. And yeah, so coming up on the channel, we just announced the winner of the giveaway. Next month we will not have a Teacher's Corner next month. Sorry, we will have it the week after the month after that in September. So the dates will be posted for that coming up, but it will be a whole back to school Teacher's Corner. And then I also have Pin Wednesday regularly on my channel, and I have some hauls coming up. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed, and as always, have a magical day. Class is dismissed.